Nobody's showing up for my meeting, honey. Oh, good. No one's showing up for my meeting. All by myself. There's nobody in the Zoom room but me. It's supposed to be a vibrant meeting, and I'm all by myself. That's good. I can get my coffee. I'll be home tomorrow. Be home tomorrow, hopefully early enough to take a nice hot day. Spoil my husband who's spoiled me last night with dinner in place.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That was awesome.
I'll tell you what.
I have to say, that was priceless. I had no energy to do anything. All of a sudden, dinner just appeared on my table. Well done.
I said there was leftovers, and
I was very pleased.
I'll tell you what I did learn from those leftovers.
It's awesome.
Well,
Great.
I mean, it's one thing if you really got something specific.
I wasn't full, but I wasn't hungry.
I'm just gonna trash the hibachi stuff.
Yeah.
I can still have that taste.
Yeah.
Because it would permeate everything.
As soon as you said the hibachi stuff and that taste was taste.
I can't have that for a month now.
Yeah. So.
And yeah.
I'll get this all ready so the people. It's not ready for you. Oh. What's all day? Yeah, it was funny. I wonder how much Allison is going to need me to help her with Thanksgiving, where I just have to be a great operator. I can't show any emotion. I can't. And if she asks me why I wanted to do it or why I treat her like that, I say, I'm afraid to take you to trigger your trauma from your past. Because it's obviously trauma for you, the reactions you're having.
I wouldn't say that. Don't go there. I would just say, I'm not going to say anything. And that's it. I mean, because once you keep going, please.
I have to acknowledge, it's not my version of her childhood that matters, it's her version. And her version is, it was very traumatic and very horrible. And if that's what she wants, the sword she wants to die on, I'll push it in.
I mean,
It's ridiculous. She was fucking spoiled beyond compare. She had not one thing to touch it up. She sat in the principal's office for hours trying to tell her to get her spot at the school she loved so much. And we were negligent every other way. Okay. And I know it's my resentment talking, my issues, but for her to have a traumatic childhood meant that I failed her. And I didn't want to accept that because I worked too hard making her life what I thought was perfect, or at least I can't do it. I mean, I got 4 kids, one of them has a job.
She didn't realize she was traumatized till years later. When she found out that you were an alcoholic.
I didn't start my first year of college because I was in rehab. My sisters. It's not like she was there by herself.
Well, yeah, that's ridiculous. So.
What happens? It happens.
I mean,
I thought I made the best choice.
Any other kid would say, well, I'm gonna take care of myself before you can take care of me. You should, well, that's what any kid should say. I mean,
I'm telling you, this is coming from
and just take the kids, nobody ever took me to college.
This is coming from Joe. He's telling her all the things I do wrong every day. And this is what she's hearing.
She's not stupid.
No, she loves drama and she loves praise. You deserve a better childhood than what Bobby gave. God, sure, he said. Absolutely sure. That's what he said. I'm sorry that your mother is such a, I mean, his role is completely advocating. He's the best. Grandpa Joe. He's the best. He's probably up there today. No, maybe not. She's in school.
I don't know. I mean, I was there. I had a front row seat.
So was I. That's why I said to Lexi to go back to the house. But the 2 adults have a different opinion of what happens to the young kids in the house. You were raised by a drunk. It's hurtful. The purpose of that statement is to do nothing but hurt
Well,
you.
it just doesn't, it's also not true.
Well, it is true. She was raised by a drunk.
Yeah, but you didn't exhibit any signs of it in your dealings with her.
She has a different recollection than us.
She didn't know until she found out later. And then,
No, they didn't. They were nice.
well, maybe in high school, but.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I was perfect up until, I'd say, well, I wasn't, but that small period of time where I was dealing with my disease of addiction ruined her child.
That's ridiculous.
But it's her truth. Can't deny her truth, and I'm sure her truth is being manipulated by Joe. Why are we even talking about it is my question. Why did this come up this way? What did this have to do with anything? Well, I did say the comment about us.
Yeah.
That was my fault. But I still think it's ridiculous. This is her trauma. I had to take the root busters. I got it. It's her track there. What is that? Is that trauma for you? Talk about traumatic. Talk about kids who don't have any parents. does is he rescued her from those times when I was drunk. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what's being said.
I was there, I saw it.
I know, so was I. I was the other one. And they're mad at me for giving Joe their savings. It was like $2,000, but they made me do it. I told them that they're like, where's my school? Sorry, when you do what you want. Joe needs it more than anything. So now they resent me for giving Joe their money. When he was the one who conned them out of
Hello.
it. And I should have known better and stopped him, is what they say. Like, there was
Hello.
no stop it. Someone's here. Tripor, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Bobby?
Good, good. I was walking around in the other room.
Yeah, Gianluca is saying that there is no meeting today.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure if anybody came on and they wanted something to do. Yeah,
Okay.
hold on, I got the video going. Hold on. I have so many screens open that it starts automatically. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen. Let me get to the wiki page real quick. So a couple questions for you, Tripor. I'm glad it's just us, actually. So
Yes.
we're going to be moving forward with this company. And hopefully we'll get funded. I mean, we're in a really good spot with this Founders Institute to get some funding and make this an actual product that we can sell and market.
Yes.
And we want the people who have been part of the team up until now to benefit from that.
Yes.
So until we get funded and can pay salaries, which is the goal, well, I can go off camera too, but I look like a mess. Yeah, no, it's too early Monday morning for camera for me. So what we want is we want the people who have been part of this to get, let me just get down here and share my screen again, and get some recognition and some ownership in the company. So let me just go share my screen. Oh, this entire screen. Share. Okay. So now I'm sharing the screen with us on it, which is very disturbing. Okay. So here we go. So, I forgot to be in business. So for the business, I thought today if Jacqueline had been here, we would go over the mentorship wrap up, because I really don't know I haven't checked my email yet this morning, but if Min has set a date for her presentation or not.
Okay.
So she's not here. But so if you scroll down this page, there's that Founder Institute document right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't save. Yes, I did. The Founders Institute document right there, that would just give us an idea that you're interested in becoming, and again, I'm not sure of these terms. I'm going to sit down with the attorney later in the week and find out what this means, but we've actually incorporated or on the steps to do that. And when we figure out the shareholder information, we put in so many shares for the workers who are vested. So what that means is that you commit to 10 hours, 5 hours, 20 hours, full time, whatever you want to pour into this project. And we're going to keep track on Trello, because that was, decided to be a really good program, of everybody's hours and stuff. And then when the vesting happens, and I think that means when we get investors to give us money, and you have like shares in the company, and then you'd be getting a salary when we get vested. So for right now, as a startup, it's just your work and a promise. But you can go to the Founders Institute website, and they have resources on this if you dig in deep. But that document is just so that we have something from you that's like not a commitment, but a commitment to, help us try to see if this will work. So fill that out as soon as possible, because I know some of the devs already did. I know Sir Patrick and Swapnil and
Those guys already filled them out, so I'm just waiting on yours, and I'm not moving forward until I get it because you were definitely a part of it. Whether it doesn't go anywhere or whatever, but I consider
Yeah,
you
I,
the
I
person
will
on the
feel
business
it.
team.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you.
Yeah, I was saying I will fill it by today.
You're what?
I will fill the form by today.
Oh, okay, great,
Yeah.
perfect. So, and then the only other thing, if anyone else showed up at the meeting, I wanted to say is that we had to postpone the meetup because when Gianluca gave me the to test on the local drive, I was running into so
Yeah.
many problems. Only because not problems with his work at all, but problems with, as usual, with every program I've ever tried to test, is getting it ready to test, downloading the dependencies and making sure my system. And I said to him, my computer's fairly new. I had nothing on it. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to download Python. I had to download Visual Studio. I had to download everything. What was the other one? Linktree or whatever. I had to download, not Linktree. I'll think of it. The one that does the AI stuff. I had to download all the dependencies, and
NumPy or something like that.
yeah, and it still didn't work. So I guess abandoned that on the local drive where it got. He says it works. I just couldn't get it to work. And for the time it took me to try, anyone who's going to a meetup is not going to spend that kind of time. So
Yeah.
he came up with the virtual machine test, which is that link. And I haven't had a chance to really look at it or test that. So I postponed the meetup to December 3rd because we didn't have anything really to test out if this stuff doesn't work. So if you have any time and you want to try to test the virtual machine version, there's the information for it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to test it out. And what I was doing, let me see if I can get to the PowerPoint.
I got the mail that the meetup is postponed to 3rd of December, and I was like, oh, it's on my birthday.
Yeah, so this is what I was doing, like just as I went through it to try to get some documentation. So I had to load the dependencies, and I would go through so that what I want to do a couple days before the December 3rd date is send out this PowerPoint with a link to the, download and say, please try it out before the meetup. We're going to walk through it in the workshop. So, here. And so give them like this PowerPoint that has all but again, it didn't really work too well. So kind of got stuck down here with my error messages. So, but that was one idea. So if you're going through it, if you're going through this, nobody's really written any, documentation on how to do it. But first you might want to see if it works because that's the main point. But that's really where the only thing we're really doing right now is just trying to get a viable testing version of the product so that we can get it out to the meetups so that we can, get some serious feedback that the Founders Institute wants to hear before they're going to donate or invest in us. So the website, again, the website's out there. It's WordPress. If anyone's you want to work on the website or the logo, I have not updated it for the change in the meetup yet, but I'll do that this morning. And then, I know we have some social media for AI FAQ, but we, once we're incorporated, which is I think today, we will, be able to do more with that, make LinkedIn posts or, a page for LinkedIn outside of Hyperledger. Because another discussion is, do we want this open source? There's been a lot of debate back and forth on that, and we're not sure if it's going to stay in Hyperledger because they're going to make us jump through hoops just to be open source, and I don't even know if that's going to be an advantage. But we're testing on the Hyperledger community, so right now we're going to stay where we are. And yeah, that's it. Just test and create new user guides. Yeah, so this is. You said you hate this logo, so do I. I don't hate it. I actually like the coloring of it. I think the colors are fine. It's just not.
Yeah. I can see it. It's not giving.
Yeah. So, and again, this website is just written in WordPress. I can change it or give anyone a login. That logo is also old, but I think has more of
Yeah.
a design interest than just the other one. I mean, because it's
Yeah.
vertical instead of horizontal. I don't know. So again, the website can be updated, whatever. So yeah, it's just easy to edit. That's about it for me for today. Any questions?
Yeah, not questions, but I know how to use WordPress, and maybe once I try the virtual machine, I will. Today I will make the document and I will share it with you today only. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and is there anything that I can help you in the meetup?
Well, hopefully you could do part of it.
Yeah,
I no, I don't need to be out there anymore. I done so many meetups in my life. I could, and especially since I don't have the technical, I'm going to say
yeah,
stone, but that's not the right word. I don't have the technical wherewithal if something breaks during the meetup to answer the question properly, where you do. My last computer course I took was in 1985, so I'm just learning as I go. I'm a
yeah,
good person to test a system because I will break it before anyone. But as
yeah.
for running the meetup, I can't answer the questions from the crowd, so I shouldn't be walking them through the steps. So maybe
Okay.
you and Luca can tag team that, or however that works. But definitely, you'll be playing a role in the meetup. Um, so that's
Okay.
basically where we are. We just got to get something that we can test. And the more feedback we give to Gianluca on what he's given us so far, whether it's the virtual machine or the local one. Again, I don't know why I couldn't get it to run, but I kept getting errors with folder not found and this not found. So whatever we have to do to get it up and running, whether it's the virtual machine, the AWS version I think he's working on now, or that might be the virtual machine one. We just have to keep plugging through and get something for the meetup. So that's more important than fill out the form so that we can give that to the attorney.
Yeah.
Just try to test it, see if we can get something to do for the meetup. I love your haircut, by the way. It's so
Thank
cute.
you. I just got it this year because I was like, I'm like fed up with the long hair, so I let's go with this New York look, and
Yeah. Do you love the city?
I love it.
I knew you
I
would.
I am so into the city that I think I like wake up every morning and I'm like I am living in New York City, and
Yep,
I
yep. That's the
cannot
way.
get it into my head. Oh, this is real.
Have you okay, so one suggestion on Sundays, what you
Yeah.
have to do is go downtown to the theater section and
Okay.
stand outside the theaters, because
Yeah.
when everybody who paid for tickets goes in, and Sunday might not, you're there all week, you could go any day. They give out cheap Broadway tickets to people who are like waiting outside on the on-call lines, and you can go see
Yeah.
Broadway plays for real cheap. So
Oh
look
my
into
God.
that because it's so much fun. I love
I
going to
will do it this week.
Yeah, it's so much. Broadway plays are the best. They are so
Yeah,
much fun.
because I'm like, I want to go there once, but let me get my on campus because then I will.
And I haven't been in the city since you've been there, but trust me, when I am in the city, we were meeting up. I have to
Yeah. Where
get
do you
my
live in New Jersey? Because I come like the Edicon, I don't know the place. Edison. Yeah. I
Edison. That's
visit
where I'm from.
Edison.
I'll
Yeah,
meet you in Edison. When are you going to be in Edison? I grew up in Edison. I'm about 45 minutes to an hour away. I'm in Princeton, so I'm in
uh,
Central Jersey, and Edison is more North Jersey. But
uh,
that's where I was born and grew up, in Edison.
yeah, it's
Uh,
very nice place.
yes, it is. It's great. It's central to everything.
Yeah.
So what is it? EdCon?
Edison is where my uncle lives. So maybe when I will go there on Thanksgiving, like the holiday
Yeah,
part that we get, yeah, maybe I will message
absolutely.
you.
We'll have to meet up. That would be great. I thought you say you were going there for a conference, and I was like, "Oh, I'll go to the conference
No,
with
no,
you."
no, 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 no.
Definitely,
There's
I'll meet somewhere near Edison. That's great.
there is one conference that is going on. That is by Google, which is DevFest, NYC 2024, responsible for future of responsible AI for future of tech. So maybe if I can get a link to this.
It's December 11th and 12th at the Javits Center. I'll definitely go to that.
Yeah, because it's amazing. Like the
Yeah.
Deaf Fest are the best to meet. Even the like anyone who wants to invest in a startup or something like that.
This would be great for us to go to.
Yeah,
I'm enrolling now to see what if there's an entrance fee or if it's free.
it's free. It's free.
Excellent, excellent. I'll be there. What's the 11th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love going to stuff. Let me see what December 11th or 12th is. Oh, it's a Wednesday or Thursday. Absolutely, I'm in. I'm
So I
in.
will meet you there.
I might the Thursday. Yeah, that's perfect. My daughter works in the city, so she goes in every day by train. So maybe I'll just go to her house and she can show me how to get into the city by train from her house. Because I usually drive in, but
Yeah.
putting my car places is a problem. Not at the Javits Center though. Yeah, because that's where NFT NYC was,
Oh,
at the Javits Center. That's a great meeting place.
yeah. Google will do everything to make their Deaf Fest the best.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to that. That was fun. And that place is gorgeous. Javits Center is gorgeous for meetups. It's incredible. Oh, good. Yeah, I'll definitely sign up for that. And if we don't hook up on Thanksgiving, we'll definitely do that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And at that point, we might have. I know Gianluca. He's been really working hard. I have to say, I have really
Yeah.
done nothing to support him. He has been with this Founders Institute. They're making him jump through all these hoops to get everything right. And now he's working on the investor pitch. So he did
Yeah.
the elevator pitch, and now he's working on the investor pitch. And if that's done by the time we go there, we can do either little cards with a barcode to the
Oh,
website,
yeah.
something like that to get people, just hand them out. I put them on tables, you know.
Mhm.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
have an
great.
idea. So I went to this conference and they were handing out like credit card stuff, but it was a card, and once you tap it on your phone, the website opens up. So I think
Yeah.
that was cool. And I was talking with the developer who made this, and he was like, "It's very easy. You get it for 50 cents from Amazon, and you just have to program it. You have to download the app, and you just write whatever link you want to open up." And I was like, "Oh, this is so cool and so easy." So I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we can do
Well, I
that.
used to do barcodes
Yeah.
to websites, so like you could scan it,
Hmm.
and but not tap it. You'd have to scan it. But that
Okay.
was really neat. So you don't have to get your camera out. You don't have, like do all that extra steps. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is really cool. All right, so fill out the form, become a team member. I'm so excited.
I'm
And then
excited too.
we'll work on the meetup once we get anything tested. And again, we're supposed to have a meeting tomorrow, but I can't make that, so I'm going to try to change it to Wednesday. So maybe we'll do something Thursday morning just to regroup for the testing. So
Yeah.
look for an invite for a meetup on Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm so
I'm
excited.
excited too.
All right, thank you for being part of this. It's nice to have another woman on board.
I am so happy that finally what we started and going somewhere. I'm really happy to see that the
Yeah,
growth
Gianluca's
is
really,
immense. Yeah.
he's
And
really stepped
Gianluca
up.
is putting everything into it. I'm like, wow, how he's able to manage everything. That is amazing.
He's doing a great job. That's all I got to say. He's so on top of
Yeah.
everything,
Yes.
which is his enthusiasm is contagious. And I
That's true.
personally think, I think we're really lucky because as developers go, a lot of them aren't, and this is nothing against developers. They're not super
Mhm.
friendly and easy to work with because they're so
Yeah.
computer focused. He is so nice and easy to work with. It's been such a pleasure to be a part of his team. So I'm glad.
Yeah. Same.
All
They're
right.
like he's very open about anything that we have any questions. He does not make us feel like, oh my God, what did you ask? He's like,
Yeah,
okay.
and it was funny because the one time some of the developers pulled me aside and said, we're doing stuff, but Gianluca's not recognizing it. And I don't think he even realized that they were doing this stuff. So
Yeah.
the next meetup, or the next time we met, all I had to do was say, let's start with the developers. I know Swami Neil has some things he wants to go over. And as soon as
Mm.
Gianluca heard what he had done, he's like, oh, I didn't know that. And, so he is open to, people's issues as well, which was really
Yeah.
nice to see. He didn't ignore them. He like completely pivoted and scooped them up, which is exactly what I hoped he'd done. And he did. So that was great.
Yeah.
So, okay,
He's
you
doing
have
a great
a
job.
week in New York, go see a play and definitely look up Broadway tickets.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if the word is on call, but it's
Mhm.
Broadway tickets where you just stand outside at the end. They don't like empty seats in the theater. So if you're standing outside, they're going to say, come on. And it's really, so for someone like me, I have to have tickets because I'm not driving into the city unless I have tickets. But
Of course.
nothing that it's a great way to get in. So
I
you
will
can't,
try it this week. I'm like
yeah.
so excited to go to Broadway.
Oh,
I'm
there's
like,
so
oh,
many good plays. Go see Hamilton is fabulous. I mean, there's
yeah.
so many good plays. I've seen, so
Same.
I have to get back in. I haven't been in since before COVID, which is a sin.
Oh,
I used to go all the time. We used to go in all the time. Now it's like such a hassle to get in. But I think there's a couple I want to see new plays that came out too. So, oh no, I was at Broadway. I went to go see Bruce Springsteen on Broadway. So yeah,
there's Lion King going on right now.
I saw that. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Everyone is like, you have to see that. You have to see it.
You have to
I'm
see
like,
every one of them. You're in New York. You have to see. Don't go to the movies. You go to the Broadway. It's so
yeah.
fun. So fun. Oh, I'm so jealous of you. That's gonna be so cool. Museums and you got to go to the museums too. They're incredible.
I love Manhattan. Whenever I go to Manhattan, I feel like this is the place I want my home to be.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like,
it's
that
great when
Miller's
you're young.
building, I will be in that.
When you're young, it's great. When you start to have kids, you got to get out of the city.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
For the next, you're so young, I'd say 10 years, you can hang out and have the time of your life. Oh, so cool. All right. So I got to run. I will send a meetup for Thursday. Test, test, test.
Okay,
Okay.
I will.
And I'm so glad you're here. Bye.
Yeah, bye.